Hi guys, it's getting on. I've spent a bit of time here in Vietnam and just wanted to do a slight update before we go into the rest of the footage. I've wandered around, done a few things, and just a couple of other things to tick off the tick boxes at the moment. So making a bit of progress. In being impeded by a few medical issues, unfortunately, so I haven't been able to get out and about as much as I'd hope. But it is nice to have a change, so it's a positive overall, and it's great to finally get into the 900s with the subscribers. Thank you for that, but more are welcome. Only at 901, so I could easily slip back into the 800s. I hope not. I hope you find what I'm doing fairly entertaining. I apologise for the issue I have with the camera. I've got to keep pointing it right down, otherwise you'll keep getting pictures of the tops of buildings and the sky and what have you. It's just a quirk with this particular camera. So I do apologise for a bit of footage like that, but I wasn't aware of it. But anyway, look, please give us thumbs up, comment, always. I'm wondering whether I'm being blocked on YouTube with comments, because I've commented on other people's videos recently, and I have not received one reply, and that is very unusual. Seeing it's an election year in America, anything's possible. There's a lot of manipulation taking place. So, who knows? But well, thank you for supporting my channel. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate the support. And as I say, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so.
Yeah, a bit seedy. I was wondering if I should wait around to have my far bar a little later, but decided no, I'll get it now. I think I'm definitely got a slight hangover. I can feel it just sort of lingering, but it's not too bad. And a bit of food I think will help. I think I figured out which one of the far bars is the best anyway. That's good, because they have so many choices on that menu. I'm going to stick to number 9. It seems to be the one that's got the best option regarding the meat. Oh, yes, it was another big Friday, although at number 5, but I've got to say I didn't really have as good a time as previously. The bar girl I bought drinks for, she's John was there, the American ex-New Yorker. He was plying with plenty of drinks as well. Also, the other thing about John is that, and this is what this bar girl's told me, is they prefer to be just given the option of choosing their own drinks, because she prefers this French beer, and it's actually quite nice. It's 1646 it's called, and it's not bad. It sort of reminds me of a bit of Hogarden. And but he bought her a couple of the Tanqueray number 10 cups, which I think is a really nice drink. But I think it's wasted on her. I don't think she likes it. I know she's sort of, in effect, told me that she's, people buy her specific drinks and she doesn't particularly like those drinks. So it just seems a stupid thing to do. I mean, what's the point of buying something like that for them if they're not that keen? It just seems a hell of a way, especially with an expensive drink like that, which is very expensive. It's not a cheap drink at all. Anyway, I can't work it out, but if I buy a lady drink, you give them the option of getting what they want. That's the whole point, isn't it? She's busy here today. Getting here later can cause problems. Let's see if we can find a seat. Maybe in difficulty, actually. Oh, Jesus. Well, there's a table here. Might get the last one. Might have to. Got no other choice. We'll have to clean it up and. Yeah, service a bit slow today. They're very busy, but I've got some of the stuff. But what I don't have is the tea. I can really do with it now because I'm quite dehydrated. But there's no sign of the pitcher of tea at this stage. hopefully it'll turn up soon. Right, Sunday morning, feeling good. Alcohol-free night, and I think it was a good move. And no problem with the human plumbing, which is wonderful. So it looks like I'm over the worst of it. Whatever caused my problems seems to have abated, thank God. Now I'm just hoping I'm not here up too early to get my bang me AO chai, yeah, because it's only about 20 past 7 on a Sunday morning. Oh, other thing I discovered, I was having a Mars, I got, well, not a Mars bar, a Snickers bar last night. I bought a couple of those a few days ago, so I actually had some chips and some cheese and all the whole other stuff. I was a bit worried it might go through me, but it didn't. I'm okay. But anyway, after the Snickers, I think I might have lost a bit of a filling, an old filling in one of my top teeth, so I might have to go back to line. Well, I'll definitely go back there and just get them to have a look at it, because it might need a replacement filling, because there's now a cavity in the top right hand, one of the small teeth in the front of my mouth. So yeah, that's not good. So I think it's best, especially considering how incredibly cheap it is to go to the dentist here. And this is not just some fly-by-night dentist thing. This is a proper dental clinic. So you know, it's quite extraordinary. This the service you can get here. God, that's noisy. Let's stay on this side of the road. Bloody hell, it's a Sunday morning. What the hell? Also, when I walked out the door today, there's a whole lot of shoes. And I think, God almighty, what a din. Especially on a Sunday morning. Oh, they'd be popular. I don't think so. Oh, it's always crappy music too. Okay, far Vietnam, of course, is going. Yeah, that went down well yesterday, that bowl of pho with my hangover. One of the best hangover cures I can think of. Oh, thank God that music stopped. It was disgusting. Yeah, so I want to check out the local market. I said this last time. I found out how much it costs to get a grab there, because I think I might be chafed around the groin area, so that's not good for walking any distances, because it'll take me about half an hour to walk there, and it only costs 15, even with a tip, 15,000 dong just to get there with a grab bike, so it's pretty cheap. Yeah, the most expensive fare I've had so far was actually on Friday night coming back, because it's raining. The only cab I could get, I couldn't get a bike. One of them cancelled. I checked out my activity, and yeah, I was trying for a bike, but I couldn't get one. It's probably a smart move to get the cab, but it cost 155. So that's probably about $8-9 Australian, which is still not bad, but compared to a bike, which is about a third to a quarter that price. So, yeah, it's just, but in the wet, it probably is a smart move not going on the back of a bike. It wasn't really pissing down, because it did for a short time, but then you didn't ever know, it could just burst again, so you don't want to take that risk. And compared to cabs in Australia, it's still cheap as chips. So, got to keep reminding yourself of that. And my finances are holding up very well, so I don't have any issues there. So I'll be able to do a major splurge in the last week, if I don't get one of those horrible colds I normally get at the end of these trips. It's almost a tradition to get a bad cold in the last week. So maybe I should do one of those Korean barbecues a bit earlier rather than later. I was worried about them being open. They're busier than ever. We're doing good business today at the Bang Me stall. Now the only question is, will I be able to get my iced coffee on the street, that may not be as easy. So we'll just see. It'd be nice to have both, but you can't always have everything you want. Lots of garbage there. I think the garbologists were out this morning. So Vietnamese do start early, and Sunday doesn't mean much over here. The only place I could get a price. She's out today. Maybe a normal one is here. I could have got one from that woman, of course. Doesn't matter. I'll stick to the tried and true. The one I go to is cheap too. She only charges 12,000 dong for the coffee, and there's nothing wrong with it. And the standard price is 15, so work it out. It doesn't taste inferior, so oh well. So if she's here, she's here. If she's not, I'll have to search out elsewhere. We'll see how we go. It's looking fairly busy down that street, but not so much down the main street here. Well, I've got myself some extra exercise there because I've got my hat. Had to go all the way upstairs and down again. But seem to be handling the going over up and down those steps a bit better. You do get used to it, so I guess it is good exercise. I could certainly do with it. It's not a bad day today. It's intermittent sunshine and rain. I want to go to My Tan Market, which is probably about a half-hour walk. I have walked sort of down that direction before, and it's much more traditional Vietnam type shopping centre than down here. Now I think this is the road that connects just down here. So yeah, I've got to say, I wouldn't want to live in one of these places. It's just huge monoliths, soulless. Just an incredible number of towers, residential towers in this area, but doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. I'm going to the real Vietnam just down the road. I survived the crossing of that road, and the bus stop will be on the other side, by the way, so got to get used to that being on the right hand side. Oh, there's a bus stop here too. Okay. It's got a little board by the looks of this. Electronic board. It's got an electronic board. How nifty is that? Wow, look at that. Very high tech. Okay. Doesn't tell you anything, mind you. That would be nice. This one's actually got it's about 4 stops. Yeah, I'll just tell them 4 stops. I don't know where I catch it on that side. I found the bus stop on the wrong side, but I don't know where it is on the other side. That's the only problem. Might just get a grab back. I don't want to walk it, I'm already sweating a bit, so at least I've got some exercise coming up here. Probably only costs a couple of thousand. The grab will be at 15 with a tip included, so it's still bloody bugger all. But yeah, I wonder where the bus stop is on the other side. Bit of a mystery. I think I just located the entrance. A lot of flower sellers. Yeah, that looks like it there. I would say that that's definitely the market. Yep, Tan Me Market. Tan My Market. There you go. About time I got to check this place out. I'm not a big fan of markets. Like Wayne in Chiang Mai seems to do every second video on markets. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a window shopper. So apparently there's a lot of clothes for sale at this time. Yeah, there is. That's weird. Apparently it's closed during the day, and then they sell food at night. It must be another end. Maybe go through here. God, look at all the gear here. Wow. Hey. Excuse me? Quite dark here actually. And it's, gee, I want to get my beef jerky. Usual stuff you'd expect at a market, nothing particularly jewelry area. Yeah. Mainly women's clothes, of course. And I think I'm not going to do a J-head Hoover on you. That's not going to do me much good. I'll get over here, see to get a bit of space. I mean, it's not got a huge market, but it's an authentic local market, so that's a good thing. I can smell fish. Oh, here we go, got some food here. Yeah, no, I don't think any of that food, that clothes section would appeal to me. I'm looking for t-shirts and stuff, but I might find the jerky here. That's a fairly traditional product. Just fruit and veg so far. Okay, plenty of time, just wander around. Look at the prices. Because everything's negotiable, they don't have prices. It's a bit of a pain for someone like me. Hard to haggle when you don't speak the lingo. Yeah. Remember the most authentic thing that happened to me in a market was I had a bloody fish, just a live fish flop in front of me on the pavement. That's pretty damn authentic. What we got here? Oh, they're selling rice and all this stuff. Yeah. Combination of my myopia and this place looks what could be a place. I'm selling ginger and stuff. Can't see any jerky. Not prominently anyway. I'll just have to ask someone, I think. The fun of competing with motorbikes and scooters. Well, in the West you have to deal with mobility scooters. Actually, I was watching a film based on a bit of that. And I'm not the greatest fan. Look at this whole... Wow, fresh produce. Hope that's in frame. I can never tell with this damn camera. Yep, that is definitely fresh produce. Whack, a few ducks. And of course there's plenty of aquatic life too. Yep, more chickens and ducks. That's not such a happy one, that one. Looks slightly deceased. Okay. Oh man, where's jerky? Come on. Someone must sell jerky around here. Well, we got that. I found that place I went into actually did have them, but I think they were 260,000. They were very big packs of jerky. And if it was stuff you didn't like, it's a bit of a... I've got to keep poking my head in these things because I've got such crap eyesight. No luck with jerky, but there's the cuon seller just over there. If you get in frame there. Yeah, just there to the... it's about the centre of the screen. Yeah, it cost me the same, 14,000 for two, so that's pretty damn good. Hasn't gone up for years. Look at all those towers in the distance. What a way to live. And if I turn to the left, you'll see more of them. Yeah, I think it's pretty pox personally, but you know, each their own. I'm just going down to Vin Mart because I haven't got the any jerky because it was like had that ridiculously large pack at $2.60 at the down at the other part of town near the market, which is just over the top, but I think there's probably a pack that's about 100 here, which is a bit more manageable, although it's not the same shape as the one from the main co-op, which is that round one which I can just put in my back pocket. This one I'll probably have to slide on my stomach because it's flat. It's a bit of a pain, but we'll see. Should be able to carry it all right. Yeah, I'm leaving a bit later too. It's about 5 o'clock now, so I don't want to get too early a start. I mean, with the extra length of the happy hours, can be a bit deadly. Did a bit of riding, which is good. I was fairly productive today. And I'm just getting through it. I've got about 800 words now. There's a fair way to go. I'm thinking I might do this in a serial format because someone actually mentioned that. I've got a review. They were talking about a short story I wrote as a first in a serial, but it's not. It was just a one-off. But this one could be more of a serialised job. So I might try that out just to see if it's a better marketing technique. It also means I don't have to write a really long story. I can just do, 5,000 words as a beginner and see if there's interest in it and just keep adding to it. So I'll see how it goes. But anyway, it's just been good that I'm finally getting off my arse and actually having a go at this alternate history story that I'm writing about World War II and how things are going to change with the Operation Barbarossa, famous operation where Hitler attacked Russia. Well, it's Monday, feeling a little under the weather, not as bad as Saturday when I had a hangover, but just a little washed out. Had a big night. Another good night at Number 5 Bar. Interestingly, the bar girl who'd been usually buy drinks was on the other side of the bar and I saw her at the end of the night, but I hadn't seen her previously. So I don't know if she was pissed off with me. She sort of acknowledged me and sort of smiled, so I suppose it's okay. Yeah, I had a chat to this guy, Eugene, an American guy who'd been living here for over 20 years and running a business. I seem to bump into a lot of people running businesses over here. And yeah, he's certainly not a Biden supporter, which is the big news, that Joe Biden has actually pulled out of the presidential race to the second term. Reality's finally bitten, so there you go. It's over. So it's realistic, because really he was going to get thumped. But it does appear as if Kamala Harris will be the replacement. That is normally how it works, that the vice president would take over. And she's going to be worse than Biden. She's more unpopular. So we'll get some polls coming out soon, I guess, in the next week or two. But the Democrats are digging themselves into a deeper hole. But yeah, this couldn't have worked out better for Trump. Actually, he's going to have a cakewalk to the presidency. The way things are going, a lot can change. Politics is a very funny game. You're dealing with people, perceptions, and lots of things can happen. But at this stage, you'd have to say that if you're a betting man, you'd get very short odds on Trump winning at the moment, because he is by far the hot favourite. So there you go. But I was going to go down to the Far Sol, which is on the other side of the highway. Hi. But I decided, no, I'll just take it easy. Oh God, can I get a table? That's the question. Gee, this place is becoming more and more popular. I don't think there's a table spare today. God. I've never seen it this full. I don't want to really go inside. Shit, I don't know what to do. Maybe I could just wait for someone to leave. Yeah, I don't want to go inside. I prefer to eat out. There's a big table there that they're taking up a lot of space, I guess. There's the framing of this thing. Oh, this guy's leaving now, is he? He's leaving. Oh, well, he is. Okay. Alright, well, looks as though I've got a table here. Beautiful. Oh, that worked out better than I thought. So I just got to clear the table and we'll be in business. So that worked out rather well. Yeah, the Eugene he imports parts from China, and he reckons his business is worth millions. So good luck to him. Come on. So yeah, apparently he's doing very well, and he feels pretty well as strongly as say John from New York about Trump and against the Democrats. I don't know if he'd be able to vote though. I think he's married to a Chinese lady, and he's been in Vietnam for, like I say, over 20 years. So maybe he can't vote in the US elections. I'm not sure how that works, but he certainly doesn't support the Democrats, that's for sure. I have an uncanny knack of driving away customers in this place. Look how empty it is now. There's over there. Yeah, that was a huge table just over there. No one on that front table. I've just driven them all away. Wow, well done. Oh, nice sunny day today. Yesterday was pretty overcast. I didn't really go out. I was confined to quarters anyway. So I wasn't, had a bit of the old gastro, but just standard. It wasn't anything particularly horrendous. It just meant that I couldn't really do much walking about. Not that it was a great day anyway, so it worked out all right. Today's looking a lot nicer. If I do my 2-day rotation, this would be the day I go back to number 5 bar, but I don't think I will. I might go to the local one. I might go to Speakeasy instead. Just see how I feel. But I've also got to go down to the Line Dental Clinic. I was meaning to do that yesterday, but I'll do it today. Still got a couple of weeks left in the trip, so that's not going to be an issue. So, get that sorted. Just going to have my bang me Heyo, I should say. And so I've got to walk all the way down here. And I want to actually check out that other Far Bar restaurant down on the other side of D7, just over the major highway there. I'll do that later after I got back, and then I'll go and make an appointment with Line Dental to see if because I've got a horrible feeling I have lost some fillings. They're pretty old fillings, so it's not surprising, and I think it's pretty obvious that they'll need to be replaced. I don't think it's going to be a big job. It's nothing like root canal. It's just a basic filling required, so I'm not particularly fussed. And they're very reasonably priced here, so I'm not worried about that. I'll save a packet compared to being in the west, so I'm quite lucky that it happened while I'm over here, because at least I can get it done straight away at a reasonable price. So that's good. Oh, this guy's driving so slowly. Pain in the arse. I've got a raffle cellar clean. What's going on here? Well, probably because there's a tour bus. They've got it all cordoned off. They must be taking them all to the bloody far Vietnam. Tourists in buses. I don't know, I'd hate to be on a tour. I suppose if you had a good group, I mean, some of those old Contiki tours to the UK were apparently a bit of fun, but it depends which sort of mix of people. And of course, that was a younger demographic, and that might have been fun when I was young. But yeah, I just like doing the solo travel thing. So if I want to be gregarious, I just go down to the bars. You know, they're very friendly here. Well, I was a bit of a grump last time with Speakeasy because I got charged the full price for the Carlsberg. Always conditions on these happy hours, but it should be on tonight because it's actually a weeknight, so they better not try chipping me again. So we'll see how we go. But for some reason I ordered a large one, which is dumb. If I just ordered a small Carlsberg, it would have only been an extra $20,000, but it was 110 because it was a big one. I'd already had a bit of booze anyway, so it's a dumb thing to do. And we all do dumb things. That's the sign of being a human. Just basically stumble through life, making mistakes and hopefully getting a few victories interspersed. Didn't do any riding yesterday, so that was a bit of a bummer. Like to progress the story I'm writing, the alternate history story. I've got the plot in my head. I don't exactly know how it's going to pan out, but I've got a fairly good idea. But yeah, I'll get the first of a series done. That's just the plan. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, we'll. I think ChatGPT will be a huge help because I can just ask specific questions about that period of time, about the war. It'll come up with all the names and all the. Yeah, it'll do all the research for me, and that's bloody brilliant in my opinion. So it's a very useful tool. I'm a bit annoying today. I've been inside again most of the day, just like yesterday, because the old gastro happened again, even though all I had was the Bang Me Heo Che, which is really nice because they had a bit of crackling and it was really, really tasty today. But unfortunately, I've been confined to quarters because of it, which is a real pain because I want to go down to where the Line Dental is and just make an appointment there. I've still got a couple of weeks, there's no great rush. But I also wanted to check out the Seoul Pho place, which is another pho restaurant, just as a contrast. I got a feeling it may not be that cheap, so that would be my only reservation. Mind you, if it's really high quality food, I don't mind paying a little more. But I mean, the Pho Bo keeps me going all day. I get the big one, get the big bowl. It's enough food to keep me going virtually the whole day. So it's pretty reasonable when you think about it in those terms. So I'm just going over to Winmart. I always used to think this place was called Vinmart. There is a Vinmart series of shops, but this one's bigger. This is maybe a different mob because it seems to be quite reasonable as a supermarket. I just want to get myself some greens, finally do some cooking today. It's quite humid out, it's quite a warm day. So maybe not such a bad day to be indoors. I've done a bit of writing, so got over 1,000 words in my next story. So, you know, it's all step by step. So I probably need to be about 5,000 before I can even publish it. So not even a quarter of the way through. So we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully I'll come up with more ideas. Oh, it's 7 o'clock and it's still pretty warm out. And I'm hoping I'll be okay to go to the pub tonight. Going to go to Speakeasy and hope the old plumbing's okay. I've been in gastro hell again today, not nearly as bad as yesterday, but still, just got to be careful. I did actually make up some water spinach today, haven't done that for a while, so that's a healthy option. So we'll see how we go. Just got to be careful with the old bob. It's an ancient body of mine. Make sure I don't get hit by any passing motorbikes or walking down the street. She might go down here, might be safer. Bit wary after being struck almost 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, that's 10 days ago I was struck on the left leg. Seems to be healing up okay. Anyway, that's sort of a bit of the old streetscape. I've always got to angle this thing down to get a decent shot. Oh, almost tripped on that. There's one thing about the roads, at least they're flat. Yeah, it might be safer going along there. Oh, see if I can actually win a game of pool. Don't know about that. And I'll try not to walk straight past the bar tonight. So I've done that a couple of times. There's still a few people around and about. It's only 7 o'clock, so I suppose that makes sense. And here we go, Speakeasy on the other side there. Oh, it's quiet here. Far Vietnam, very quiet. The quietest I've ever seen it. Oh, that's unusual. And there's the old Speakeasy. It's so close I'll go straight past. It's right next door. Oh boy, that was a lost in translation job if ever there was one. I turned up to that bar just after 7 and there's a group of guys, it's the usual guys playing pool, and they'd ordered a huge number of shots, so the bar staff were totally focused on that, and that's when I sort of wanted to get that Carlsberg special. And there was also a promo girl there as well. There usually is one, and so she heard me say Carlsberg. She comes up with this bottle of Pilsner, Carlsberg Pilsner, which is not what I wanted. I wanted the special, which I thought was a draft beer because I'd had it on Sunday. And so I pointed to the sign, and and then they bought it. I established that the bloody special finished at 7 o'clock. No one had told me this, that it was. I think it was 2 o'clock through to 7 that the Carlsberg special was on, but it had never been mentioned to me. And of course, with my eyesight, I couldn't possibly read the board because it was so faded with the chalk work. So it was a total schmoz. So they poured 2 beers, neither one of which I wanted because neither one I qualified for the special. I must have got there just after 7 as well, just to rub salt in the wound. So, an absolute schmaltz. I ended up getting a Saigon Red, as I usually do, and then I put my name down to play pool, but the pool players, it's sort of like there's about 4 to 5 names ahead of mine. So it looked like I didn't have bugger all chance of actually playing pool. And as it turned out, I did have bugger all chance because, you know, I just got nowhere near getting to that stage. God, it's a lot of taxis here at the moment. What the hell's going on? Wow. Something big's happening. They're not all taxis, but there's a shitload of cars out here. They love double parking in District 7. I think it's it's like an Olympic sport for them. But so basically it was a schmozzle of a night. So ended up having 2 Saigon Reds. Cost me 4 times as much as the ones I bought from the bottle shop, but that's okay. So you live and learn. Now I know there is a time limit on it, but you know, when you ask about it, especially if you've got a parameter like the hour at certain hours, you should tell the customer of these things. Well, at least they didn't charge me for them. That would have been incredibly rude if they did that. So to be fair, and they didn't do that, and so just ended up with my Saigon Reds. I mean, I'd have the Carlsberg if I got there before 7, which wouldn't have been hard. I could have done it if I'd known. Oh well. You live and learn. As I say, lost in translation. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.